Hello and welcome to all you Librans. This is your monthly horoscope for November of 2022. And a lot of people have been asking me to do these videos again. And I'm doing them for you. Yes, I want to say thank you first and foremost for all you subscribers, all you sharing my videos, commenting, ordering readings, and it's a two-way stream, right? And I appreciate you a lot. You give me energy, and that's why I'm giving back. It's as simple as that. Now let's have a look. A not too long video around these energies in November. Now for the Libran, it's actually quite okay, right? Because the things that are going on, you are a cardinal sign. So, and this November is not really all about your energy. It's about fixed energy, which is happening with the eclipse. And then it's also about mutable energy, which is happening with Mars. So these are, of course, general horoscopes, but in general, November is quite not the eventful month for you. Although these horoscopes that, when I do these horoscopes around, you know, for the collective, you could say, you are one of those signs that will not really be as much affected. I hate to say affected because these planets are not doing anything. They are just reflecting what's happening. But let's get a little bit deeper here. And in what area of life is triggered for you by, first of all, that eclipse. There is an eclipse in your 8th house on the 8th of November. And it is in Taurus at 16 degrees. And yes, it's quite a stressful one, you know, because it's like one part of you wants to stick to the old and another part, which is Saturn, and another part wants to stick to the new. And ultimately Uranus wins. But as long as this square is going on, it's going to be 50-50 and it's going to be time sharing. And this is an energy that Librans kind of understand very well. And there are other signs who are a bit more like an Aries person, for instance. This is frustrating extremely for them. But anyway, so you have this energy of newness and of understanding in a very, very secretive house that this is happening, which is your 8th house. And secretive, I mean, it is the house of intimacy. It is the house of deep psychological understanding. So you could be really finding some epiphanies or having some epiphanies around a wake-up call, around worth, around self-worth, around value, around trust. The 8th house is the house of trust and the house of drama, because there has been happening distrust, for instance. So there are new insights there for you, and there are a bit fighting, you know, with Saturn in your 5th house and making it a bit more difficult to express yourself fully. But again, this is not going to continue next year. This Saturn is shifting into that house. But you will see that around that time of the eclipse, there are some openings. And there are definitely shifts happening of you understanding yourself better on a deep level, also knowing who you can trust and not, and also an invitation for you to have more trust in the universe. And that is a difficult one, because that means that putting your ego aside. That means that what the universe wants for you is best and not what you want for you. So it's a bit of a surrendering energy. Of course, you've got your goals and you've got the things that you do, but you kind of surrender like, yeah, you know, if it has to happen, it will. And definitely also in relationships, there could be trust issues coming up. But because of that, you are clearing it up. You have to go towards more trust in other people and in the universe. But that's easier said than done, right? And that will go better if you understand that you can't demand other people to not do distrustful things. Is this language English? I don't know. But anyway, what you can demand is that if someone does things that I don't like, that are against my value of trust, at least I have the self-respect, and at least I'm strong enough to deal with it. That's the question. That is the thing that you, dear Librans, are invited to put forwards. You know, and in intimacy, people, you have to be vulnerable. It's otherwise no intimacy, period. It's a very deep thing here. And for some of you, you've been dealing with this for quite a while. And for others, this is going to be really an eye-opening. That, yes, we can only receive love, and we can only find deep connections when we are putting ourselves out there, when we're putting a wall around us. Yes, it protects us, but then you choose for the protection. Again, that is like this Saturn in the 5th house, this, you're protecting your heart. So don't be authentic to everyone. I mean, that's a strange phase here. But of course, in the ideal world, be authentic as much as you can. But if you're on the path of becoming more authentic, start with the ones that you want to be authentic with. So use your discernment. And if they were not worth it, then at least you tried, and you go on with your life, and you have trust in self that you can deal with that, and it making you stronger. And this person was not for you. It's not easy, but it's definitely you making yourself a person, or you going towards the growth of strengthening of the soul. I mean, the 8th house, it's such a deep thing. On another level, Mars is your ruler. No, first, your ruler, Venus, is also in Scorpio. So this is why this is so intense. Venus in your 2nd house up until the 17th is very good. I like it for you with all this scorpionic energy, because it's pointing towards, what do I like? What are my values? You know, the things that are not so easy for a Libran. It's not so easy for Librans. So make sure that, but you will, with Venus in Scorpio, you are in Scorpio, so you are in the all or nothing position. You don't like that. You don't like to be there, because that's not your style. Your style is more like, okay, I want to be fair. I want that everyone, you know, is content. And but now this Venus in Scorpio is saying, yeah, but hey, if I have to make everyone content, what about me here? What about me? And so yes, it's a month of putting yourself first. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that has a transformational effect. It could also mean you're getting a little bit more money there, or a little bit a lot, I hope for you. That's also Venus in the 2nd house. And then on the 17th, it shifts into your 3rd house, which is more light, which is more, you know, in a fire Sagittarian house. It's more about traveling, if you can do short trips, or learning or speaking. Very, very social energy coming in for you then. More social interactions. You're gonna like that. And then last but not least, Mars retrograde. So it has been going retrograde around the 31st of October. Mars goes backwards in your 9th house. Now this is interesting, because it is a fellow air sign. So this Mars retrograde should be going quite well for you. And in the house of your thoughts and your view upon life. There is a shift here, no doubt about it, that is occurring here, whether it is a circumstance but it's all a bit like flu, and it's all a bit, Mars is squaring up to Neptune, so you're not really sure what this is all about. It can affect even your work life, your routines that you're doing, and there is something around this you feel that there is a need for standing still around how you see life. That is Mars in the 9th. And actually, if you are a student, this is amazing. This is the best energy that you can get to the exams around the midst and onwards of January, because then Mars goes direct. So it's wonderful for studying. It's wonderful to, you know, do like re-editing or editing, and when you're a writer, it's good to travel back to places where you've been before. It's also good to investigate your philosophy. and to put it into, and put actions afterwards, to change the philosophy that you have. Like, for instance, you could say as a Libran, you will always be someone who is interested in what other people think and feel. That's what the Libra is all about. But maybe you are saying, as from now, I'm also going to do some different stuff. I don't know where I'm heading because, but I have to act differently because this is not a good philosophy. It's dragging me down or whatever. It's I'm getting outburst or I'm getting burned out or whatever. So it starts in the mental way. It's actually what I think about with Mars in the 9th. It's slowly but surely, but just on a mental level, it's mental activity, but it's restoring the synapses to make it more healthy there and to make it more with integrity. Mars square Neptune, and to see more different things here. Very interesting, very interesting. I like it for you. Having said that, thank you so much for watching, dear Librans. Have a very good month and see you next time. Bye-bye.